Fighting poverty in the world. What can we do to fight poverty? What are the causes and effects of this issue? What are the solutions that can be made to reduce poverty in the world we live in? Poverty is a major cause of ill health and a barrier to accessing healthcare when needed. This relationship is financial. The poor cannot afford to purchase those things that are needed for good health, including sufficient quantities of quality food and healthcare. Inadequate access to healthcare and malnutrition resulting from poverty can have severe health consequences. According to a UNICEF research titled, "Levels and Trends in Child Mortality," there is a definite correlation between poverty and child death rates. According to the survey, children born into poverty have a higher risk of poor health outcomes. Poverty is the main barrier to education. Families living in poverty often have to choose between sending their child to school or providing other basic needs. Even if families do not have to pay tuition fees, school comes with the added costs of uniforms, books, supplies, and/or exam fees. Countries across sub-Saharan Africa, where the world's poorest children live, have made a concerted effort to abolish school fees. While the ratio of students completing lower secondary school increased in the region from 23% in 1990 to 42% in 2014, enrollment is low compared to the 75% global ratio. School remains too expensive for the poorest families. Some children are forced to stay at home doing chores or need to work. In other places, especially in crisis and conflict areas with destroyed infrastructure and limited resources, unaffordable private schools are sometimes the only option. As for the Islamic perspective on poverty is rooted in principles of social responsibility, economic justice, and compassion. Muslims are encouraged to utilize their wealth in a just and responsible manner, and to provide support to those in need through various means, including the obligatory zakat and voluntary sadaqah. Islam promotes fair and ethical economic practices. Now let's take a look at world-changing solutions to poverty. Educate children is one of the best solutions to poverty. Globally speaking, even the most basic education, reading, writing and arithmetic, can open doors for children that would otherwise be locked tight. But it's more than that. Many experts say that the cycle of poverty simply can't be broken unless children receive education. Provide clean water. Ensuring children have access to clean water is one of World Vision's top solutions to poverty. Safe water close to home can protect children from waterborne diseases, and free them from long, often dangerous treks to fetch water. This gives them more time to be in school, learning. Things might have been different had the child's family had access to clean, safe water, closer to home. The child may have been free from water-related illnesses. She could have attended school more regularly. Ensure basic health care. Experts agree that affordable, accessible, basic health care is a critical solution to poverty. According to the World Health Organization, about 100 million people are pushed into extreme poverty each year, due to out-of-pocket spending on health. To reduce poverty, affordable services should be available when and where families need them. They should include health promotion and prevention, treatment and rehabilitation. Reach children in conflict. The number of people globally who live near conflict has doubled since 2007, according to the World Bank. That's critical to know, because in regions where conflict is prevalent, repeated cycles of violence and turbulence often keep families trapped in poverty. Moreover, new generations of children are starting their lives in poverty born of conflict. For example, an estimated 75,971 Rohingya babies have entered the world in the world's largest refugee camp since 2017. Things might have been different for this family. Had they received assistance with shelter, food, medical care and education, the children might be growing up with brighter opportunities for the future. Islamic perspectives on how to find solution for poverty in the world we live in. There is so many hadiths and quotes from the Quran that has mentioned solution about how to fight poverty in one day. A man said to the Prophet, "May Allah bless him and grant him peace. O Messenger of Allah, which charity is the best?" He replied, "To give charity while you are healthy, eager to give, Hoping for Wealth, and Fearing Poverty. Narrated by Al-Bukhari.